I didn't even have to act. Like,
No.
you were genuinely terrifying.
That's good. Hi, I'm Owen Cooper.
And I'm Erin Doherty, and we are the cast of the new Netflix series, Adolescence, and we're going to go through some of our scenes shot by shot.
Or in our case, one shot.
Hi, Jamie.
Hi. My voice is so gone.
Yes.
Same goes for you, Jamie.
Yeah.
We'll be watching, okay?
We did 2 takes a day.
Yeah.
But by that point, like, we did just know it, didn't we?
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't thinking about the lines
No.
at this point, which is crazy when you think about it, like, the amount of script that we had to get through.
It's mad.
Yeah.
I don't know how I learned that.
I don't know how you learned that. I remember rocking up on day 1 and you knew your lines.
Yeah, because I was so worried I wasn't going to learn them, so I was on my script every day.
Well, you make what you do.
What, you think that's weird?
No. My mum makes them.
Wow, that makes 2 of us then.
That was minging that.
What, the actual drink?
Yeah, that was horrible. It wasn't hot chocolate because it had to get changed. It was making the floor sticky or something for the camera.
Oh, yeah. And I remember when in one of them, it spilt all over the table. I could see people in the cameras that could see into the room, like, quickly trying to clean it up.
Yeah,
So by the
yeah.
time we came back in.
Yeah.
Right, okay, so that's
Oh,
change
it was disgusting.
Jamie, I asked whether you were attracted to women. Do you think women are attracted to you?
What sort of question's that?
Or what do you think? Do you think girls are attracted to you?
No. Because I'm ugly.
I think this is where you properly see what he's actually like.
I still feel really sorry for you. It takes a craftsman to really kind of toe the line of anger and vulnerability. The fact that you were able to feed those things in and without making him a monster in any way is really impressive and necessary in order for us as an audience to care about you.
The other bloke is much more easy.
Okay.
Him checking whether I understand was much easier. Whether I understand what I did. No, fuck off! I didn't fucking say that! You fucking putting words in my mouth! It's like a fucking trap in here!
Jamie!
You smashed that. But also, naturally, like, you're such a good guy that it took a long time for you to be like,
I know,
I'm just
yeah,
gonna have to go there.
It was a bit
It
out
was-
of my comfort zone, to be honest.
I think it'd be out of anyone's comfort zone. Like, but also, like, we had just met.
I know.
Like, so then by the time it came to this, seeing you do that is incredible.
Yeah, I know. It is crazy.
What was that? Hey? What the fuck was that? Signal him away like a fucking queen, yeah?
That was tense, that. that was the one that that was the bit that we focused on in rehearsals, that bit.
Yeah, we spent so long
Yeah.
working on that and playing around with different ways of doing it. It's so intense, but also to really, like, provoke that in someone else is
Yeah.
a big ask. I didn't even have to act. Like,
No.
you were genuinely terrifying.
That's good.
Everyone was calling her slag, you know, or flat or whatever, so I thought when she was like that weak, she might like me.
I think that just shows how cruel some kids are.
What's scary is how easy it is to see the logic in the way that these whole ideas are presented, like through social media.
I could have touched any part of her body I wanted to, I really wanted to, but I didn't. Most boys would have touched her.
I think what I tried to toe the line with throughout this scene was the being a professional and knowing what I was there to do, knowing this was our last session, and knowing the repercussions of what would come from this meeting in terms of your reality and your future. But also, I think what was interesting to me was their genuine connection, and I really do believe that Bryony wanted the best for you and was just willing you to say something that would flip the whole thing and go, he didn't do it, but yeah, at this moment you got to see that whole thing drop away and the reality of the situation set in stone. I was here as a professional, Jamie.
Don't you think like that then?
My job was to assess
Because I like you.
as a professional.
Not like that, not fancying you, just as a person.
Okay, so come on.
Don't you even like me a bit? What did you think about me then?
If we had a choice, I think we'd both go one take.
Always.
Yeah,
For the rest of our lives.
because when you're like cutting and stopping and stuff, you wouldn't get that full. You wouldn't get the full like emotion.
Yeah, you don't get the build up. Whereas like by that point, you had to explode, and
Yeah.
I had to explode in my way. Like there's no other way, and you only get that from being in that for
Yeah.
an hour.
Don't you dare!
Hey!
Fuck! Don't you even like me a bit!
Jamie, come on, man, please. Okay? Jamie.
What did you think about me then?
Okay, okay.
Tell my dad I'm alright! Tell my dad I'm okay! Tell him I'm okay, please!
I didn't get to watch that bit, the very, very end of You, because when I went off, I didn't get to watch the monitor or anything. But when I watched that, not long ago, that was one of the best scenes, I think.
That whole outpouring of whatever can only be created by what we made in that room. You had never hit all of the windows. I remember that was the one time where you hit them all. I'd hear one of the glasses, like you bang on the window, and then I'd know that you'd gone. But you did all three that time. And I remember just sitting there being like, oh my, it just like, that
Yeah.
added to it as well. Because I was like, I felt so guilty in that moment. And also, you really went for it when you left the room that time. Because I remember
know.
Phil was like, really like, go for it and push back. And
yeah.
witnessing you do that is also really
Yeah. But I think
harrowing.
what gets Jamie in that bit is that now he's like fully alone.
Yeah. And you feel that.
Yeah.
It's awful.
In the back of your mind, you're thinking, oh, he's done a bad thing. But at the same time, you're thinking that, you know, he's just a 13-year-old lad in a place where
Yeah.
he doesn't want to be. So we hope you enjoyed going through our scenes shot by shot.
It was such an incredible experience filming this series, and we hope you enjoy watching it.
Be sure to check it out.
Only on Netflix.